Let's get into these individual stocks, and starting with Procter Gamble, which provides consumer packaged goods including beauty, razors, washing powder, diapers and more. No diapers in your household?
Nope, everyone is grown up and not using diapers. But what do we have from them here is the Gillette shaving items, which in fact I don't use anymore. And there's a razor down there somewhere as well, because of course they bought Gillette. But some of the other brands they've got, Mia will inform us, it's a very widespread.
Market cap $234.02 billion to be exact. PE here of 16.3, dividend yield of 3.1%.
Yes, so many brands that you'll know. I mean, when we just start with the personal care, we look at Head and Shoulders.
I didn't point out the Head and Shoulders, exactly.
So lots of different sort of hair products. Head and Shoulders, they do Pantene, Wella, all of those that we all know very well. Obviously, when it comes to the razors, Paul just mentioned that they did buy Gillette, and that's quite a big part for them. I mean, Warren Buffett always said that you're going to obviously always keep on drinking Coke when it comes to Paul's son, and then you're going to shave. Men are going to shave every day, so he's a big believer in shaving, and the money that can make. So, and then also when you go on, they've got sort of washing powders in Ariel, and they've got many well-known soaps that we see here, Pears, etc. So there's a lot of products, all sort of personal care, home care, baby care, Pampers in there. So well-known brands, very strong. Still, largest market is the US. About 50% of their revenue comes from the US. The rest is sort of scattered. Second biggest market, China. They did sort of struggle there initially, but now they've turned it around into a positive number. Interesting, they've now gone and had about a 9% constant currency growth when it comes to their earnings, which is quite good. Unfortunately, the strong dollar has sort of hindered them, and when you convert that, it's down to about 4%.
Yes.
Paul, Procter & Gamble, your thoughts? Is this a good investment theme, specifically for our international portfolio?
Look, the CEO, A.G. Lafley, well, he was until recently, the kind of guy that looked at the brand portfolio and decided they needed to concentrate more on the personal care stuff and a little bit away from the food-related stuff. So some of those big purchases, remember the way these things work in a fully developed economy, it's advertising driven. So you've got your core brands, and then you've got to really work hard to make sure that they are uppermost in people's minds and so on and so forth. But I sense that there's a shift going on. First of all, the economy is fairly fully developed. It's quite competitive out there, and I think there are different channels coming in with regard to the way people shop and the way that they're reached by advertisers. So I think we need to talk about that. But before we do, let's look at the share
price
chart.
graph? There we go.
So you can see quite a nice performance in recent years. A little bit of a slump in 2015, but coming back quite strongly in 2016 under the current CEO, David Taylor.
So should we call it hot or not? Yeah.
I think it's a hot company. I think, like Paul said, they're sort of focusing. They've got a 10 division focus, as they call it, and they've really worked hard, and they want to return a lot of value to the shareholder in this year in the excess of $22 billion.
Paul, hot or
Yeah,
not?
I think so. I mean, I did read a Goldman Sachs report which said that they thought the share price had moved too much, but that sounded a little bit more like a short-term issue. I think they're going to use online channels of distribution, like, for example, big partnerships with Amazon, because people are starting to use Amazon to order these kinds of things on a repeat basis. And then also their marketing spend. They're going away from making television ads and doing more online promotion using Facebook and other Instamatic kind of venues. So I think they will rise to the occasion, so I'm happy to call it hot.